Good morning, everyone. I do not know how Wednesday's going to shape up, but following Tuesday, if we shit the bed, I won't be surprised. And at the same time, if we completely reverse the sell off like we did back here in May in the NASDAQ, I will not be surprised either. However, I want to make it very clear this is a chart that looks like it's topping. You got the breakout V-shaped. V-shaped, this is not a rounding breakout. It's a V-shaped breakout that led to that harsh pullback, which was followed by another V-shaped breakout. Once again, not rounding. Then another boom, slam. Another V-shaped move higher, boom, slam. Another V-shaped move higher, boom, slam. That's what V-shaped moves do. This, and now this. You want to see symmetry, roundness, tightness, smoothness. And when it looks like this is never good. The NASDAQ and NASDAQ 100 look like they are definitely topping. It doesn't mean that they are. Like I said, every other time it looked like this, it reversed. But if you notice, there was no follow-through sell-off after this. It kind of just tried to roll over and bounce. There was no follow-through sell-off after that one. Now we have a follow-through sell-off to the first crack in mid-June. So over, and look at the volume bars, by the way. Look at all these above average volume bars. This is not good. And then let's look at some of my holdings. I'm still long, waiting for the full sell. AAOI, uh-oh. COHR, uh-oh. I'm already out of that one, so that's a 50% sell, but the next sell-off will be a 100% sell, but I'm out. Never got filled. EXTR, uh-oh. NOW, uh-oh. VEVE, uh-oh. INGN, uh-oh. So you got the same exact patterns on NASDAQ stocks. Now, while that's going on at the same time, I got stocks that look like Pico that are holding up, INAP that are holding up, OSUR that are breaking out today. So there's a lot of stocks out there that are still, not breaking down. EVBG, nice reversal after yesterday's little shaky shake. So there's still a lot of nice charts out there. So I can't get too bearish yet. But I have to admit, following that move here in the S&P 500 on the 19th, this move right here should have had immediate follow through. Instead, nothing. And then the IWM, that session on the 23rd with the Russell reconstitution, that was very, very solid, and I would have thought that we would have had immediate follow through to it if the reconstitution was legit. Instead, we got basically nothing, and we're almost below the low a day of the 23rd. But either way, the S&P 500 and Russell 2000 should have followed through. The mere fact that they didn't is not good. My apologies, I just got interrupted there with the delivery to my door. But getting back on track, I'm pretty sure I was saying the Russell 2000, we should have seen some follow through to the 23rd. The S&P 500, we should have seen some follow through the 19th. The mere fact that we're rolling over now makes me think that the NASDAQ 100 led us on the way up. It could very well lead us on the way down. And with that being said, I want to make note, I've already initiated positions in TECS. I got shaken out of half of it, tried to put it back on this morning with a limit order 1083, gapped up above me, got a hedge position SOXS, got shaken out of half of it, went to put half of it back on this morning, and I got it because it opened at 29.33, trading down to 29.25, filling my limit at 29.34. So at least I got my full initial position of SOXS back. And SQQQ, once again, knocked out a half of it, but I still have half my original position. So I'm already long SQQQ, TEX, and SOXS, and those are some bullish looking charts off the lows. And now I have UVXY and TVIX printing the exact same bullish engulfing reversal. You can even call it, it's not a hammer, but it hammered out a low, matching the previous session's lows on above average volume on both ETFs with BOP surges in both, and it's a steady trend higher in TVIX and a steady trend higher in UVXY with their BOP. So just a beautiful price engulfing bar. Now, they're both 1% positions each because my system doesn't care if it doubles up on a sector. A signal's a signal's a signal. So these things only showed up in my ETF scans. They didn't have a big enough volume surge to be confirmed in my price volume BOP scans, so we have to obey the system. It's a 1% signal. So 1% of my account capital goes into UVXY using a limit order of 965, and if it moves below 891, you can cut all of your losses, but with the hedges, this is what I do. If I buy 100 shares tomorrow morning, if it moves below 891, I'm out of 50 of them, and I'll have 50 shares left. Whatever that new low a day is, then I put half of it below that low, 25 shares. If it gets hit, boom, I'm down to 13 shares. 13 shares get hit, boom, down to 7. Then boom, down to 4. Then boom, down to 2. Then boom, down to 1. Then I have none. And that's how it goes with the volatility hedges because they're a decaying asset. But when these damn things move, they move gangbusters. And it's unfortunate that there's really nothing to show because this market has just been a slow, steady grind lower. But that's how they move. When they move a lot. I mean, as you can see here in this one day, moving 35% in one day. That's why sometimes if I get too early, I'll partial out half, but then the half remaining, if we're going to get a 35% move like that, that'll make up for the position that I lost. But the same thing goes for TVIX, just like UVXY. So reviewing UVXY, 965, move below 891, we'll get rid of half. And the same thing will happen with TVIX. TVIX, if it moves below the low 1938, I'll be out of half. Limit order at 2099. And then I actually have one ad signal, DRWI. DRWI is printing a bullish candle over candle price bar. There is no volume surge, but with all that max green BOP and previous green BOP in the chart, I really like the pattern I'm looking at here using this low right here. Now, I still have some of my position from I think right here because I've been using this low as my final cut loss, trying to give DRWI some room to work higher. With this reversal candle, what I'll be doing is I'll be going long with the limit order at 78. My first cut loss will be a move below 73, and still my final cut loss will be a move below 64. But if you personally decide to take this trade, make sure you use the low a day of 73 cents. I would not hold this one with a move below 73 cents. And or if you take a larger long position, make sure 73 cents is your low a day. Remember, my initial position in this one was $1,000, and I'm only adding 500 to it come Wednesday morning, which is still Tuesday night here on Maui. So those are the long positions, pretty much three of the same patterns. UVXY, looks like TVIX, looks like DRWI. Three similar patterns, but TVIX and UVXY are the main things, the hedges. And it should be noted, I cannot buy UVXY in my IRA because it's somehow a limited partnership. So TVIX in my IRA will be double 2% of that capital. All right, everyone, good luck on Wednesday. Hopefully we don't fall through the downside, but if we do, my stops on every single stock I am long is exactly where I want them to be. Aloha.